it possible to get tired of yourself? Or is it okay to be completely content to just live in your own little world, doing exactly what you want? Is that what everybody wants at the end of the day? To just do whatever they want each day. Hopefully somebody pays them some money to do that also. I don't know. Just feeling ashamed that I don't want to live this grandiose life of someone that's aware that you only live once and you're only going to be 40 once and you're only going to have kids once, and that you shouldn't waste a second of every day, and you should travel the entire planet, see every country possible, experience every culture possible, and try to, I guess, wring out every ounce of life fun that you can possibly do. And to talk about that and think about that, it seems to be a lot of pressure, and that seems like a lot of pressure. I'm supposed to, that's the only way that I'll feel content, is if I've done as much as possible. And I know that's not what you have to do, but why do I keep getting this feeling that I'm wasting my life if I'm not trying to do it all every day, all the time? Because it seems like the world would have you believe that it is a waste if you're not trying to just grind every day out to its fullest, fullest. And then it makes me feel shitty as a dad that I'm not putting forth this effort and this vibe that's what you should be doing with your life every day. So I don't think I ever thought about that stuff every day. I know I was busy with sports and school before I really got any serious jobs, but with sports and school and then skateboarding, snowboarding and partying, I think that was a pretty busy day. But I think I always was just looking forward to relaxing in my own little world, in my own head, albeit watching TV or skateboarding or reading. And is that okay? Where is that being said that that's okay? And I'm not saying anyone's right and anyone's wrong. Just as the 4th of July is coming up, just feeling all this pressure from the world to go out and just send it on the 4th of July, when all I really want to do is just chill. But is that a disservice for my kids? Or should I be out running amok? I don't mean partying, but should we be out being as social as possible so our kids get every possibility to be as social as possible also? Granted, I think I just answered my question. It would probably be more fun for them. I think that's just the hardest part of being a parent, is putting your own wants and interests aside so that your kids can have more opportunities. And I think if I just keep revisiting this, what am I trying to say? Keep revisiting this fact, maybe I'll, feel guilty enough that I'll just start changing my ways. But it's tough to teach an old dog new tricks, I heard somewhere. I'd really like to just be, I don't know, I started reading The Lord of the Rings again, and they are describing the Shire and the people like living and walking just out in nature all the time, and that sounds pretty good to me. And a dude that I follow on YouTube just moved up to NorCal into the mountains, into nature, and his whole house is like 3 acres out up on a hill, it seems, in nature, and it just looks so enchanting. That, and for the first like month, he was pretty much there by himself with his dogs, and that sounds pretty keen to me, to be able to. And his job is just to hang around his house and document whatever he's doing, and I guess that pays some bills, and that seems pretty enticing to me, mostly because you get to be by yourself and you're getting paid for it. Somebody's paying you. But yeah, that sounds pretty badass to me, because I like to be by myself. And I just ponder all the time, why does being by yourself have to be such a bad thing? And like, why do I feel like not sad, but like to have friends, you have to like make an effort to like go out of your way to go do things together that is fun, I guess. And then once I got married, it just seems like it's more one more thing to do at the end of a long day. Also, it's like I've gotten into just like running and that's my main source of exercise, and sleep too. It's all one big game every day. I like it and I don't like it, and I'll be the first to throw my hands up in the air and complain that it's difficult, which it is. But if you can wake up early, yeah. But then where do you carve the time out for your kids? And it's all this huge big balancing act. And I'll come on here and I'll be pretty stoked that I got like 4 or 5 days in a row of like waking up early and exercising and getting my 8 hours of work in, and spending time with everybody, and then it's hard just to sustain, and then I won't run for like 3 days. So it's so challenging just to get everything you want each day, and then whichever thing is like most important, seems like it's changing from day to day. Whichever's taking the number one place of importance in your head, it seems to be changing every day, and I guess that's kind of the challenging fact of all this, is that I didn't know like the number one priorities would be changing all the time. Or are you just supposed to keep like rolling with the punches with the number one priorities, or should you define all your priorities in a list and then make sure you're hitting them specifically to their importance, and then what's the amount of time that goes with each importance wise? So gosh, that's something I never really thought about. Maybe those people that journal every morning and they're making the lists of the important things they're trying to do every day, and then literally making the list and checking it off every day. I think I'm gonna try that. When do you write your list? In the morning, or do you write it at night? Do you take a run in the morning and then write the list after that? Because usually the run's the first thing I do. But I can't do the super long runs. Maybe it's maybe I'll work and then do the list while I'm working. But I don't have work all the time that I can complete at home, I think, is another thing. And it's for me, the running thing and the exercise kind of sets me up for feeling more positive about the day, about myself, because I don't have that's one less thing that I can worry about that I didn't do, and one less thing to feel guilty about that I didn't do. One more thing I can say that I did, should someone ask, or it makes me feel good. It kind of feels good when your body feels a little beat up, although my hip's been when I sit down too long, my right hip is getting a little just uncomfortable, like when I stand up, but then I get it moving and it's all good. I ran 9 miles today and wasn't bugging me at the time. Excuse me. But I can feel the adjustment in my... I had less sleep last night. I ended up working late. I thought I was going to go for a night run, but I think I'm just done with night runs. It doesn't seem like it's ever... Like, I'm never into it. And like I said, I always feel so heavy and like floppy, and I always feel like I've got all the day's liquid and food in me, which I do, but I'm always worried about having to pee, and the mornings are just better. So yeah, I think I'm just morning morning fasted run, and I know you gotta run through the nights when you do ultras, but I don't know. It's a good. That's a good point. Also, I should bake in a couple night runs every week. It's just when though. Maybe just making them short on the weekends and then in the morning. Maybe I should break them up and do like 4 on Saturday night and Sunday night, and also Saturday and Sunday morning. It's that to be figured out. Today's July 1st, and I'm at 807 miles for the year. So 6 months at 800 miles. So I think if I double that up, if I do another 800 miles in the second 6 months of the year, that will be my best year of running, because I haven't broken 1,500 yet. 2,000 would be great, but I'm not sure I can run 1,200 miles in 6 months. I'm sure it's possible, but if I want to run 200 miles this month, I guess 6 times 2 is 1,200. Yeah, I figure out if I want to run 200 miles this month in 31 days, I gotta do like 6.45 every day. So it seems easy on paper. I did 9 today. It's just finding the time, to be honest, which doesn't eat into my work time, family time. That's what I need to be conscious of and try to work at. Like today, I dropped my daughter off and I went to a spot and I ran and I drove home, and then I showered, and then so it's probably like an hour of wasted time for sure. Anyways, running thoughts. See ya.